and it's good to be able to see you on a Sunday. And I'm hoping that everything is doing okay for your side. I know Capricorn is going toward the end. It's wrapping up this week, this starting week. And during the COP28, we had, I would say, two major announcements regarding renewables in Africa with regard to the partnership that we having with two major organizations, right? And this is what I want to talk to you about, right? So if you don't know me yet, my name is Tony Tio, founder and CEO of Renewables in Africa. And our job is very simple: is to demystify the renewable energy sector for you. We want to make it easy and seamless for you to be able to connect and obviously be part of this industry. Yeah. And the whole job that we're doing, making sure that you understand it. If you're coming from investor perspective, from a business perspective or individual perspective, we are here to support you. And the reason for this video is very simple, very straightforward, right? So what happened is we've made two major announcements. I don't know if you've seen that. So the first one was to talk about Lend for Good, yeah, our partnership that we have now with Lend for Good, and the second one, it's the partnership with PF Nexus. And I know a lot of you have seen that, and they probably want to asking, okay, that's great. It seems fantastic. It seems great. But what does it concretely mean for us, right? So this is the whole idea of this video today. But before I go further, let me just say that. So if you're watching me, so if you liking our activities, so I'll be great if you maybe just press the like button, that'd be good. Or you leave a comment. If you have any questions, please feel free, throughout these sessions that we have just right now, feel free to ask me a question and I'm here to respond to your question. And obviously respond and share the video, as many people as you can, so that you can also participate in sort of spreading the message, beyond just yourself, right? So let's come back in each of those announcements and let me explain to you what is our rationale behind it and how does it impact you. So how does it impact the industry and how does it impact the African continent much more specifically? And once we do that, I'm hoping that that'll be good for you. Oh, okay. Let me first of all start. So our major announcement with Lend for Good. I'm sure that you have seen that. So what is Lend for Good? So essentially, let me just first of all show you what Lend for Good is. Maybe it will be it will be better for me to show it. So let me just do that now. So I've not prepared the screen before, but let me just do that with you very quickly so that you can see what we're talking about here and I can make the explanation. Just give me a second. So I've prepared that. I've opened that up. So let me share what is. If I'm sharing that, it should be able to come in a minute. Bap. If I look at that, I believe now you should be able to see my screen. So here is Lend for Good. So what is Lend for Good? It's a platform where you can do crowd lending, yeah, where you can actually become yourself an impact investor. You're part of a crowd. If you say, for example, that okay, I want to be part of, this revolution. So supporting businesses that are doing fantastic job around the globe. But obviously, I want to be able to make level of money as well. But it's more important that I support those businesses and I also makes as well some profit. So you have crowd lending platform, you can go there yourself and check what it is. And you have few businesses that are obviously being showcased here, and you can support those businesses. Yeah, you can see here a number of businesses that have gone through, and those loan that have gone through, right? And the idea is simple: those business can only be showcased there if they work with an intermediary. The intermediary partner is the one who actually will vet those businesses, but also make sure that he will list those businesses. Yeah. So this is Lend for Good, and this is what we have been who we actually partnering with. So this is here they are. So you can definitely go in and check yourself. So the question becomes, why is that we've gone ahead and do this partnership with Lend for Good? This is what for me is important for you to understand, and it's why it's important for me to come back. So one of the things that we're very aware of, and you could see it was part of the conversation at COP28, it's how do you support and fund those businesses that are doing great things in the continent, probably around the world as well, right? Those businesses that already have some traction, then and not necessarily startup per se, in the sense that they already have some traction. You know, they've gone beyond the point where they have an idea, right? They have some traction, but because they're a business, they want to grow. They need more money in order for them to accelerate. But they're not big to the point, or maybe they're not big to the point a bank could easily accept them, or maybe they don't have the exact track record that a bank would need in order for them to give them a loan. Sometimes they're stuck in the middle. They can't find anybody to really give them money money to. Yeah, so it's difficult for them. And sometimes when they go and having some loan that they will contract, it's from ridiculous interest rates. Yeah. So how do you support this guy? Yeah. So this is a problem that the industry has been seeing for a long time, but they're stuck in the middle. And we knew that this is something that wanted to be addressed. And as we are part of, the industry renewables in Africa, so we're talking to those businesses on a daily basis. And for us, it is important as we're talking, as we engage with those businesses, are they reaching out to us? It is important when we can to figure out, okay, we're asking ourselves, and that's a question that's always constantly in my mind. How can we help these businesses? What can we do? How can we use our positions to make sure that you can put in place solutions that will actually plug it? Yeah. So when I saw what Lens for Good is actually doing, and I saw what they were, who they were looking to talk to, who they were, what problem they were addressing, where they were addressing it. It sounded like a no-brainer. I was like, this guy, I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. And as part of renewables in Africa, it's always been very important for us to bring solutions that we believe can scale the industry, right? And money at the center of it, especially those small businesses that are looking for support, because not a lot of people are talking to them. So how can we use our positions to be able to be of a help for them? So that's how we thought, okay, this is a partnership that makes sense for us, and we want to be part. We want to be part of it. Now we know as well that on a regular basis we have businesses that would approach us. They're asking to find investors. They're asking to find some funding. Yeah, well, okay. Because of that, we can now bring that solutions and sort of offer them to these businesses that would approach us and say, hey, listen, this is something that you could be doing. But you also want to be careful and say to those businesses, oh, yeah, you could be doing that. You could obviously be part of this crowd lending platform and having your program, your project that is actually listed there and raise money from the biggest, impact investing environment, which is a crowd. Yeah. So yeah, so it sounded like a no-brainer for us. I would say, hey, okay, yeah, that's fine. So we like what they're looking to do. We see who they want to talk to, and we see the benefit that it could bring to the industry, to the market, and looking at the strategic position that we have. Looking at the fact that we both, from our end, we're talking both people that need the money, or people that looking for a project to invest, and also those young investors, those individual investors who are desperately looking to do something either for the diaspora in Africa and outside of Africa. So they want to do something, but they can't obviously invest millions because they can't afford to do so. They don't have that much money. But they know that if together they come together, if there is a platform that can welcome them in order to aggregate those funds, to invest in those businesses and see meaningful change, and for them to see what business really they are supporting and how those businesses are actually impacting and changing the environment on the ground, that's great. Yeah. So we thought, okay, that's a platform we believe we can work with. And this is how we decided to work with Lend for Good. So effectively, we have become an official partner of Lend for Good. I think that's the 14th partner that they have. We have an intermediary. What it means simply that if you have a project looking for funding, looking to raise a loan, you can definitely reach out to us. But your project, let me just say that the project should have some traction. Yeah. So ideally, your project will be looking to raise anything between, I would say, 5,000 all the way to 200,000. It can be higher than that, yeah. But the sweet spot is probably what we've mentioned just right now. And you want to raise a loan that you can repay within the next 12 to 24 months. You have some traction that you can definitely demonstrate, and you're also prepared to make sure that you can obviously run a campaign, a small campaign for you to raise the funds. Then we want to be talking to you. Then you want to be approaching us. You want to be reaching out to us, and we want to be talking to you and just and tell you about what the process is, what are the different steps, and what are the fees potentially that are involved. Because yes, I also want to say that upfront with you. If you want to raise some money, be prepared to pay some, let's say, admin fee. Yes, it is part of it, but the platform is there. The platform can definitely help you, and the platform, like I say, if you go there and you see, the platform can support. Yeah, so be make sure that you will actually visit it, and make sure that you will see, you will check, and make sure that you're happy about that. So that is the point about this. Is a the first platform I wanted to talk to you about. Let me just again in the comments share the link of the platform. So I'm hoping that you could go there and check. Yeah. So let me paste the link in here now. Here is Lens for Good. Yeah. So if there is any question that you want to ask me in the meantime, feel free to do so while I'm actually pasting the link. If we could see that, so that would be good. So I've pasted the link, so you should be able to see that if you're uh, on your LinkedIn. Yeah. Any question? That's fine. So if there's any question, so do let me know. So that was the first announcement. It was for Lens for Good, and I'm very thrilled about that. And I can tell you that we've already had people reaching out, and we're talking to them about that, which is great. Yeah. So, and I believe that we will have more people as we're going along. And watch out, because very soon we're going to be announcing the first project that we want the crowd to back and to support in order to get those funds to those people and to move things forward. Okay, that's great. So the second announcement that we had, because obviously we had two announcements that year. The second announcement, it's it's much more recent. We announced it about a couple of days ago, right? And it's our partnership with a company called PF Nexus. So I remember I ran a interview with PF Nexus CEO, and I asked him, so what does PF Nexus really stand for? And what he told me is it stands for, Project Financing Nexus, yeah, PF Nexus. So we've signed a partnership with them. And again, same thing, you're probably going to be asking yourself, so what does it mean? So why does it matter to me? Yeah. So why should I be bothered? What should I bother to pay attention to that? So this is again what I want to explain for you to understand what the PF Nexus partnership obviously mean for you. So our partnership with PF Nexus, what is PF Nexus? Again, let me just show you what PF Nexus is, and then you could also take a look at that, and I can explain that very briefly. So give me just a second. I'm just going to share my screen right now, just I've done for the for the other, and you'll be able to see. So you see, be able to now. Yep. So now I'm showing the screen. Yep. So what is PF Nexus? So PF Nexus, it's deal making platform, right? So you could see here that you have more than close to 5,000, deal maker already there. So 5,000, 4,600 precisely. You can subscribe there. So it's essentially where you can find partners for your renewable energy transaction. It means that if you are a project developer, you could simply list your project and obviously talk to thousands, literally thousands of investors. And if you're an investor, a lender is looking to find a project, same thing. You can come in here and you find a lot of projects. And there is a lot of projects, obviously, from around the world, meaning that if you are an investor looking for project, you only know not only you will find project that are from Africa, but definitely as well from Europe and from other places as well. But a lot of it will be from Europe. The partnership that we had with PF Nexus because you know as well that we wanted to address a very specific. Let me just show you very quickly what it is. Yeah. So if you want to subscribe, there you will see there is some price for subscription, and this is actually where it becomes interesting. I would say to you, if you want to subscribe to this, so definitely make sure that you reach out to us renewables in Africa, because through the partnership we can help you to get a better deal. So that's what we've actually discuss with partners, because they, hey, listen, I know that we have a lot of people that have a lot of projects. And by the way, talking about, because no later than today, I had somebody else reaching out to me with a project, with a bunch of projects, and they want to find investors. Say, listen, I know the perfect place where you can go and do that. Yeah, but reach out to me and we can talk. So if you want to do it yourself, that's great. You can go directly and subscribe to PF Nexus. That's absolutely fine. So you can see the subscription fees there. And what I'm saying to you is, if you go down this road, make sure that you reach out to us, because obviously we can get you a special link that you could use that will allow you to have it at a discounted price, and that is better for you. So, and it's far more interesting. That is the one thing that we can say. You are free to go directly and sign up for that. That's fine. But as I say, so we can get you better pricing for that. But what is important about this partnership? So this is why I wanted to spend some time as well to explain to you what is important in here. Again, let me share this the link for the platform, and after that you will be able to take a look for. So the platform will allow you as a project. Let me just say here, PF Nexus link. I'll do that here. I'll share that. Yeah. One second. I just want to make sure that okay. I've shared that. I've shared the link. Yeah, so you can see here. The link is coming up. So this platform, like I said, is a deal making platform. So that, and this is to address the largest side of the project, because if with the first partnership we talk about for Lend for Good, as you could see, looking at the size of the transaction, we're talking about smaller deals over there, right? Because that's anytime 5,000, 20,000 is a smaller side of the project, right? Smaller deals that we can do, and not only smaller deals. It's not necessarily in a renewable energy generation. It's renewables energy for sure, but it could be beyond on the generation aspect. For this one, we're talking specifically more to the generation aspect, right? Talk about the PM Nexus one. Again, let me just share that again. Yeah. So if you have a project, you're looking for investors. So how can you and where can you go and immediately talk to thousands of investors at the same time, right? And obviously making sure that you can really leverage the platform to accelerate your process, because before it was very difficult, and you know what it is, right? To go and just check investor by investor, how time consuming it is. So imagine if you have this platform, you just fill up once, you have the details of your project, and all of a sudden you're talking to 1,000 investors at the same time. It gives you a lot more chances, to find an investor. Yeah. And this help accelerate things, definitely the platform. And once an investor is interested, you get a notification, you will be introduced to that platform, and you can immediately start talking to them, right? So the reason I wanted to do that again, I could say, so unlocking potential, this is what we all about here. That's why we're chasing here, especially for those big projects, because many projects, like I say, just won't go forward. Yeah. Just because it's not that easy to find the right investment, right? And for the investment, it's not easy to find the right project. And outside, sitting where we are, we talking from one side to the other through two of these guys. Yeah, and we're like, how do we marry them together? How do we bring them together? How do we help accelerate this thing? Yeah, because the whole thing we were talking about in COP28, accelerating, renewables energy by 2030. That's the whole point. I always say that's great, that's fine, but how do you not concretely do that? Yeah, so there are already projects out there, and there are already investors out there. They already exist, but those two guys can't meet, can't talk to one another. So we wanted to leverage our platform to say, hey guys, let us bring this to work together with a technology partner that figure out a way to do it, in a clever way to do it, a tool to do it. So we bring those guys together and help deals, because we believe if we make those two people, those two guys in the same room, they're clever enough, to get things done. Yes, we support them a little bit, we give a little bit of help, but they're clever enough to make it happen. So how do you make it? Yeah. So this is what we wanted to be doing. Yeah. And PM Nexus will do that to the perfection. Yeah. So obviously there's some other platform there. You're absolutely free to go and check that. But like I say, on our side, we looked at many different partners because we've been approached for different platforms like that. But we wanted to be careful about the one we would want to work with, and push out there. And PM Nexus, having discussed with them, having sat down with them, so we felt comfortable to establish this partnership to help accelerate. Yeah, and for them as well, it's great because they have investors. They're looking to get a lot more deal flow from the continent, into the platform. So they obviously also were very interested, and we felt okay. This is where the two interests meet one another, and together then we can think about some other solution that we already working on as well, right? To take the partnership even further. That is what we were looking to achieve here. So hopefully it makes sense. So if there is any question for that, I'm very happy to explain. But I wanted to come live today for you to explain. So I'm aware that some of you may not have a better image. I don't know. Probably the connection isn't great, but do apologize for that. But if never mind, or you're still able to hear what I said, oh, that is fantastic. Yeah. So definitely do make sure that you use the platform. Definitely do make sure that you reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm here to help and to support you to understand what those two partnership is all about. So Lend for Good, where you can obviously receive some loans if you have a project that has tractions in the renewable energy space and the continent, and then are you prepared to put together a program to support it, to promote it? We work with you on that, obviously. And there's some admin fee that needs to be paid. I want to say that upfront as well. Great. Reach out to us. Then for good, the small side of the project. For the biggest side of the project, you have a project you want to fund. We talked about megawatts here, 5, 10, 50, 100 more. You want to find an investor. You want to talk to many investors at the same time. The platform, PF Nexus, will help do that for you. Same thing, reach out to us. You can subscribe directly to the platform, but you can come to us. Obviously, you have a better price for that, discounted price that we negotiated for you. And we're working with them to make sure that we can definitely address the issues, the challenges that people are facing. So this is what we want to say, and yeah, that's what I had to say for today. So I don't want to say too long. Just want to put those two things out there for you to think about and to consider. And we're looking forward to working with you to developing more of this project and to take that forward. Yeah, excellent, guys. I don't think I see any questions, so we're just gonna carry on. You have a beautiful Sunday, and we see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye.